Beats Planet.
Yo, Soldier's DNA. What's up, y'all? Vach Lombardi, Doski Woski, Peasky Weesky and such. It's been a while. Day job got its hand on my back pretty heavy. But it is what it is, though. Everything's everything. The game gonna be the game. The Peasky's implied. You know what I'm saying? What up to the chat box, if I could just keep it consistent, because I always like to keep tabs on my chat box. We were going to do this at 7 p.m. Central Time, but a little thing got in the way. But it's all good. We here now. So, Jag Nielsen, I don't know if you necessarily care about being first, but you were 7 o'clock first. Justin, Sandman, Edgar, Dead for Life, Keon, what's happening? Virginia's Finest. He be at all the live streams. He be at Law live streams. He be at my live stream, Mark live stream. What up, Doc? Let's see. Lit City Committee. Production Beats. Go check them out for beats. What up, y'all? T-Mobile 860. Greg Castillo. What's happening? Jay. Edgar. Hoover. There. Jeff T-Mobile 870. Cheyenne Maxwell. What's happening? T-Mobile 860 was 8 o'clock first. So I just want to give you credit for being 8 o'clock first. Salute to you. Chad, Buddy, what's happening? Sydney, Cowboy fan, Over Really the God, Veteran, what's happening? JP Lyons, Sydney Boakye, what's happening, Sydney Boakye? Bo, Ninja, Raphael, Michael Koo, we done. No more, not doing no more shout outs, not going to be able to do it. Troy, Deontay, Devin, Peyton, Gabriel, Bowl Cut Kid, Leon, Jose, Lewis. Cool. Now we done. Peep this out, y'all. It's what we got on the docket today. What up, Chris? What up, Johnny? That's what we got on the docket today. Last live stream, a bit of debate popped up in the atmosphere. Cool. And that's okay. It got a bit heated, too. You know, at the Vach Lombardi show, we invite heat. We embrace flame. We look forward to warmth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving everybody an opportunity to speak their piece today, because we're going to discuss running backs. And at some point, hang in there, y'all. At some point, we're going to talk about quarterbacks. We'll talk about receivers. Talk about guys on defense. We'll cross all these roads. See, I haven't done a real Rookie of the Year video because it's too up in the air. Giving my opinion on it ain't going to be enough. But to get our opinions as a collective, that's what Vach Lombardi does in this community. I want to hear what y'all got to say, and we're going to have a collective disagreement, community discussion about this thing. Who cares about my opinion? I want to know what Joey got to say. What Keon got to say. I hope he calls in today. What David, what Louise, what Jose, Johnny, and Peyton got to say. That's what I find important, the voice of the people and whatnot. So with that said, this started off, it was just going to be a rookie conversation. But then I took my glasses off. I did it then, but I'm not going to do it now. But I took my glasses off, and I said, we should add sophomores in this too, because they're just as polarizing. I looked at their list, and they're just as polarizing. So this is what we're going to do. I'll probably be heavy in the chat box as well. Hang tight. But I really want to get into these calls so I can have my opportunity to fight back a little bit, to put my words in the atmosphere. I want y'all to sway me. So we got 2 sets of questions today. I would say number 1, but I'm going to make it like 2. Pick 2 guys in order. 2017 backs and 2018 backs. This is why this is going to be so polarizing. It's not about talent, right? Saquon's clearly the talent here. But when you factor in things like production, you factor in things like the surrounding cast, coaching, you put all these things into perspective. The best guy may not be the most productive. That's why we look in the situation. It says the best, not most talented. So you may look at Rich Homie Quan and be like, he's the most talented. He'll be the best this year. You know, Rashad Penny, Russell Wilson rushing combination going to be so crazy. So Penny may get the edge. Ronald Jones may get the edge. They want to take the ball out of Jameis' hands. Jameis is down for a couple games. They're going to feed Jones. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit. They put all these offensive line pieces around him. Maybe they want Kerryon to fly. Sony Michel's playing with Tom Brady. Maybe he's going to fly. Darius Geis. Maybe he's going to fly. I want y'all to call in and give y'all reasoning. Number 1 and number 2 for the 2018 class. Also, I want y'all to look at the sophomores, the 2017 class. I got them written down right in front of me. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And this is even more important because, you know, sometimes it takes a year or 2 to get acclimated. What happens when Joe Mixon gets the full load? Can Leo stay healthy and do it again? Dalvin Cook, can he stay healthy and do it again? He was on pace to be ridiculous last year. Christian McCaffrey, swole as ever. Jonathan Stewart don't exist in that offense no more. Can he get it together? Kareem Hunt, can he bounce back after the second half of his season deflated a little bit? Y'all want to know somebody that we haven't been talking about? What about the young boy Deontay Foreman? When he gets his full load, because what's-his-face ain't with the Texans no more, then Deshaun Watson comes back healthy. How is Deontay Foreman going to stack up with the rest of these guys? These are the type of conversations I want to have with y'all today. So I want y'all to give me a number 1 and give me a number 2. All right? CJ Prosize and T.Y. I don't know, fam. I don't know. You're going to have to do your Googles on your own. I ain't got time to look. But I guess I'll give my opinion first, and I'll give y'all time to call in. But 515-739-1285 is the phone number. Access code is 309-104. It's on the screen. It's in the description. I'll even take time to put it in this funky little chat box of mine. Let me boom, bap, copy, double click, enter. All right, cool. Phone number's on the screen, in the chat box, in the description, from my voice, 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. So as I look at my list, and you know, some of this kind of happened too. I was on this fantasy football podcast, the daily pardon me, the Dynasty Draft Calculator, pardon me. Alvin Kamara, yeah, him too, yeah. I was on the Dynasty Draft Calculator podcast, and they had asked me about rookie running backs that I feel good about. I feel like Virginia Fine has changed his profile pic. I'm gonna leave him alone though. And they was asking me about rich homie Saquon Barkley, and I was like, yeah, Saquon is the most talented on everything. He is the most talented. But fam, what we gonna do about that offensive line though? You know, now granted, that offensive line is going to be in a lot of 5-on-5 situations because the boy Odell back. You know what I'm saying? The boy Odell's back in town. So I don't think it's going to be too much box stack in there because you don't want to just dare Eli Manning to get the ball to Odell Beckham one-on-one. That's scary. That's scary. So I don't think it's going to be too much box stacking. However, I do think it's going to be a lot of 5-on-5s for that offensive line to deal with. Standard box type of things, you know, standard box type looks is, you know what I'm saying. So in that way, I look at Saquon Barkley and I go, man, that offensive line's still trash, though. That offensive line's still trash, though, dog. Like, yeah, you added Nate Solder and you added Will Hernandez, but those two guys are apples and oranges. I don't really know which type running scheme you would run with Saquon, but it's the funny part. Some people, people feel like, better offensive linemen should be on the left, better tackles should be on the left side or whatever, and that's cool. But they have taken Eric Flowers and just threw him on the side with the better defensive ends, and that's strange to me. That's strange to me. But you got to go with this best tackle is left tackle protocol. Sure, whatever. However, and then there are two other guys that are playing offensive line for the Giants. Both of them have funny names. I'm not going to attempt the center and the right guard. Very unproven Giants offensive line. That's something that you gotta think about. And look, Gregory Chimeni, salute to you, sir. He said, as a Giants fan, I can honestly say the offensive line has gotten better. Sure, it was so trash last year. I agree. I agree. But there was a lot of ground to be made up. You know what I'm saying? So Quan is an option. Also, you look at Rashad Penny and his situation. Both of the these first round guys, Quan and Penny. I'm mad the Seahawks flat out act like they didn't have an offensive line problem either. Like maybe they like Russell Wilson running for his life. And I was talking to another coach. It was hysterical that he thought of it that way. It was like maybe Seattle ignored offensive line because they felt like Russell is better without an offensive line. Russell on the move is a better quarterback than Russell standing still. Now, that's counterproductive in some way, but holy moly, donut shop. The Seahawks haven't improved their offensive line either. The secret says you don't need the Cowboys' offensive line to be effective, to be an effective run team. Agree. You don't have to have the Cowboys' offensive line, but you at least got to have I need an example. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like you at least just can't be trash. You know what I'm saying? You at least just can't be trash, But whatever. I'm not gonna get too deep into that fussing. Like I said, y'all can call in and discuss this if you like. But you look at Ronald Jones' situation. There's some pros and cons there. Jones is definitely going to get a lot of opportunity. They don't want Jameis throwing the ball that many times. Jameis won't be around the first 3 games. He may get some increased workload. I saw somebody in the chat box say something about Pro Football Focus. Vaj don't look at PFF. Pardon me. I'm a big fan of Kerryon Johnson though. Get my pen together. Circle. You look at Kerryon Johnson and the Detroit Lions situation, man. One of y'all in the chat box, tell me the daggum stat about the Lions. What year was the last day they had a 100-yard rusher? They haven't had one since then. And I'm sure the Lions are sick and tired of being sick and tired of their run situation being so trash. Now, some people don't have faith in Matthew Stafford. I don't have a problem with Matthew Stafford. Vash Lombardi got love for Matthew Stafford. I just feel like he's not always given a fair shake. Give him better run support, and he'll be an even better quarterback than I think he is, right? So they brought in like, what's my man's name? Ricky Wagner, T.J. Lang. They drafted the kid from Oregon, Terrell Crosby, Frank Ragnow in the first round. They're building this offensive line to be able to move the football on the ground. Then you go and draft the gangster in Kerryon Johnson. It looks good for Kerryon. It looks good. I read this report that says the Lions don't expect Kerryon to be a bell cow back. Bullshit. Kerryon is a bell cow back. He's probably going to be one. That's very June news of them. You know what I'm saying? Kerryon Johnson is one of my 2018 guys, if I could just touch on that. I'll touch on Sony Michel and Darius Geis in a second. Let me get these phone calls out the way real fast. I'm going to touch on that. Cardinal fan, what's up, bro?
Hey, ain't nothing but a dooski, a shadooski, a badooski. How are you, my brother?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling like a Villa styling profile of Champagne the Campaign. What you got for the show?
I got a question for you. Kind of to dovetail with your question about the running backs, rookie and sophomore running backs. What happened in the NFL that all of a sudden the value of running backs has gone up? Because it seems like a few years back, all the hype was you could pick up a nice running back in the third or fourth or fifth, but it seems like in these past couple years, there's a lot more emphasis or a lot more value placed on the running back position. Why is that? You think it's because of prospects like Elliott or the different schemes, or what's contributing to that?
You say a lot more. What has been happening to running backs? Like they've been devalued?
No, I think they're being valued more.
They're being valued
than
more.
They were
Gotcha.
even a few years ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Football has evolved a handful of times, man. Once upon a time, running backs used to be the most athletic player on the field. So, of course, teams were run dominant. But then defenses got, like, super fast, right? Just out of nowhere, defenses got fast. So you can't – I don't want to call it barbaric, but you can't have a simple attack as in we're just going to run the football. You got to add spacing to the game. You got to add timing, precision to the game. You got to add uncertainty. If I line up against an offense in the 60s, I have a good idea of what's happening. But in 2018, if I line up five wide and one of my slot guy goes in motion, there's a lot more things that can happen. So the game has become more nuanced. It's leaned more towards a passing game. But this is what's happened. With the game being so dependent on passing, quarterbacks have become more valuable. You know, that spike in which quarterbacks have become more valuable. Teams have realized, man, we may not always be able to get our hands on a quarterback. So now we need to get a competent quarterback if we can't get an elite one and just build a cast to help around him. You see what I mean? So now I can have a Blake Bortles if my run game is solid. I can have a Case Keenum, a Dak Prescott if my run game is solid. Opposed to we're going to ignore running and just hope something good happens with our situation. You see what I'm saying? So football is just constantly evolving. Also, with that same point I made about evolving, when the game went more passing offense, defenses went more. Like they went smaller. Guys like Telvin Smith can play linebacker now. Guys like Mark Barron can play they can play linebacker now. Mark Barron can play linebacker. So with small guys in the box, teams like Dallas can adapt and go, well, if you're just gonna be small in the box, I'm gonna be big in mine and just move you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So football is a constant cat and mouse type of deal. That's why this happened.
I appreciate the info like always, man. I just want to say one thing before I get out. Everybody listening, I think there's 75 of you. Go to the Patreon, throw a couple of dollars in the mix just to say thank you. We know this is quality stuff. Game recognizes game. Hope you have a great day. God bless. Talk to you later.
You a legend, man. Salute. Hey, man. Patreon is more important than food, water, ass whooping, ball get off is more important than all those things. Like, I got like 22,000 subs or whatever, right? And this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all be like, yo, Vach, can you tell me about can you make a video about the Grambling running back? The only thing stopping me from making videos about obscure players is I got a day job. If 22,000 people I take that back. Look, if just like 3,000, 5,000 of y'all just gave me $1, this video will probably get like 1,000 views or something like that. Maybe 3,000 or so. If everybody that watched this video just donated $1, you wouldn't even know it's gone. It'll just come out of your account. It'll just disappear. I'll be able to do so much more on the channel because I'll be doing so much less on the day job. And then we can look at supplementary draft players, supplementary draft. You know what I'm saying? Like we can look deeper into things. We can get the 2019 class started, more in-depth type videos. You know what I'm saying? More scheme-based stuff. The channel can explode if I could just get 3,000 to 5,000 people to just donate $1 to the Patreon. But we'll get there. We'll cross that road with time. You know, if y'all want to enjoy free content, sure, do your thing. If you want to be a part of the movement, I won't forget about you. I promise I won't. You know what I'm saying? But we'll cross that road whenever we get there. And I did that last kind of, Cardinals fan called in. I did that explanation with no rehearsal. You know what I mean? with no prep time. Keon, what's up, brother?
All is well, man. I was just watching and listening, and I actually did want to give rankings, even though I know I don't have the most acumen.
Hey, man, look, you said that on the Twitter machine the other day. It's all good. It's all good. We can grow together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a great football acumen, in my opinion, because it's y'all's opinion. Long as y'all do the homework, I ain't got a problem with nobody's acumen. What you got, young Keon Williams?
All right. Well, as an NFC South fan, I would say that, my number one for the rookies is, of course, Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. I think that his production, I think he's going to look at that offensive line and say, no, it doesn't matter. I'm Saquon Barkley. I do have weapons on the outside in Graham and what's his face, Odell Beckham Jr. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to run all up and down the NFC North, whatever. And that's my honest opinion. And then for my second guy for the rookies, I would actually go with Ronald Jones the second, because the thing is with him, he's a slasher, very shifty, and he's going to have the combo with Peyton Barber, but we're going to lean on him with Jameis Winston's being suspended for the first 3 games. So Ryan Fitzpatrick, they're going to give him. We're going to have to lean on our run game and our offensive line to put up points this year.
I totally agree.
Past that,
I totally agree. You made good points on both of your goals there. Because look, to be fair, the Giants' offensive line trash, but Penn State offensive line was trash too. So maybe Saquon used to it. Maybe he's that good because offensive lines are trash. So good observation there. And then you also said with the talent they have on the outside, it's going to be a lot of 5-on-5 situations in the run game. So if he has good enough vision, Saquon can keep production. I do agree there. And as far as your point about Ronald Jones, totally agree. You as a Buccaneers fan, I'm sure you want the ball out of Jameis Winston's hands as much, you know what I mean? To where, you don't want him throwing the ball 40, 50 times. Give him like 25 throws and he'll be good. So
you see, the thing is, with that, people don't realize that Sam Darnold, Ronald Jones, and their offensive line wasn't super great either. Mm-hmm. And yet he was very productive over his years at USC. Mm-hmm. I think he was like their number 5 running back coming out of college.
Right.
So with that, I don't see a real reason that our line is not as bad as that one. And we're trying to we do have some injuries, but guys are going to come back. And that's what I have for the rookies.
Okay. What about the sophomores? You got something on that?
Well, I'm going to say that, like I said, NFC South, that's what I view. But I think, what is his name?
C. McCaffrey?
I think it was Dalvin. Yeah, it was Dalvin Cook. I think he's going to have a good year this year. Mm-hmm. I don't see a big issue with that. And then it is Alvin Kamara for second back for the sophomore class. Quite frankly, he tore the whole league up. I think that with his, I think, especially with Ingram getting sat down this year with the 4-game suspension, I believe, he's going to be looked at as a bell cow for them. And he can catch passes. He has a lot of things he can do. So that's why I would put him at that point.
Okay. Appreciate it, Keon Williams. You know you a legend out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? If I see you, I'm on. Matter of fact, how old are you, Keon? Because you sound like young.
thing is, I'm 24.
You 24, I'm going to buy you a beer when I see you, dog. Salute to you, Keon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would think that would go against what you would think here?
Kamara, I got to see it. I got to see how he runs without Ingram. Like, you know, I would love to be a fan and just assume that since Ingram's not going to exist for a little bit, that Kamara is going to be great. Sure. But I'm very coach-like, you know what I mean? And I really got to see it first. But I mean, Kamara's talented enough to pull it off on his own. I just got to see how he handles the workload. As far as Dalvin Cook, I expect Dalvin Cook to go off. And if anybody's in a fantasy football league with me, you better not draft him because I want him. You know what I'm saying? Dalvin was on an incredible pace prior to him getting hurt, and I'm assuming Brett Coleman made a video because every time Brett Coleman make a video about somebody, people tap me on the shoulder and ask me what I think. But man, Dalvin Cook gonna be nasty. As far as sophomores go, Dalvin and Joe Mixon are my guys.
Oh, I understand that. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is all you got?
Well, that's all I got this time.
All right, man. Salute, Doski Woski, Peasky Whiskey. Sam Ping in the chat box. What's cracking, lacking, famo? And we got another caller, unidentified caller too. Let's see what's going on up in here. 860. Who this?
Hey, it's I'm a Patriots fan from Connecticut.
Okay.
Tasha, and I was wondering, do you think Sony Michel have more catching yards or rushing yards? You know, because we just drafted Isaiah Wynn, and we have a really good guard in Shaq Mason. So,
okay. Sony Michel, like, and this is my whole thing. I don't trust Patriot running backs. Like, every time I have big faith in Patriot running backs, things happen that I have no idea is going to happen. Now, I do think Sony Michel is one of the more complete backs that the Patriots have had in a while, so he can do everything. But we can be in the red zone and we can think Sony Michel is going to get the football, but they'll call him off the damn field and put in Rex Burkhead inside the 20. And that'll piss everybody off. Now, in a perfect world where Sony Michel gets the majority carries, he's bell cow guy. I kind of compare him to DeMarco Murray. Y'all can watch that video I did if you kind of sort of, you know, believe in watching my videos and stuff like that. If Sony Michel gets the ball, he looks like DeMarco Murray to me, man. Like so sure. If he turns into the back I think he can be, then Sony Michel is probably going to rush for more than he catches. He's not just a third down catchy guy. So Sony will if I can guess, if I could just predict, he may get like 1,100 rushing, 200 passing or so like that.
Okay. And I have two more questions. And the third question is quick. And the second question is, out of all the starting running backs, who do you think has like the best chance to carry their team? You know, let's say with bad O-line play or the quarterback is like trash.
Before I answer that question, have you called this show before? You sound familiar, but I don't remember talking to you before.
No, this is my first time. I found you like 4 months ago.
New caller. All right, Miss Tasha, correct? That's your name, Miss Tasha?
Yes.
Okay, Miss Tasha. You were talking about the 2018 backs as a whole, or you were talking about Patriot running backs?
I'm talking about sophomore and freshman quarterback.
Quarterbacks?
Not quarterbacks.
Running backs. Pardon me. Okay. I think Joe Mixon is probably going to get like a full go this time. I'm really a big Joe Mixon fan, but the Bengals did kind of fix the offensive line a little bit. They got a Price up in there, so hopefully, I think if Joe Mixon gets the opportunities, he'll be fine. Same with Dalvin Cook, he'll be fine. Christian McCaffrey's going to be a little better too, but I think those are the two guys of the sophomores that I think are pretty much gonna put the satin on the panties, so to speak. Kareem Hunt, we'll see. Depends on what Pat can do in the air. That's just my thoughts on that. As far as the 2018 class, I'm really heavy Kerryon Johnson. I think the Lions purposely put put situations around him to make the run game a little better. They got 4 brand new offensive linemen they didn't have at first. The fact that they actually thought to bring in a running back that's more bell cow like than pass catcher like. I think Carrion's going to get most of the opportunities. The right thing to say is that Rich Homie Quan is going to be, up there somewhere, but it depends, if Sony Michel gets used. I like what he could possibly do, but I like Ronald Jones too. So it's kind of early. It's one of those Cleo Lombardi questions I don't really have the answer to yet, but closer to preseason, I will probably have a better answer for you.
Okay, and my last question is what does Doski Woski mean?
Doski
That's my last
Woski. Doski Woski is it's a combination of things. It was heard on an Outkast album, but it's really Southern slang. The Outkast album used Doski Woski. They also use Oski Woski, Broski Woski. It's just jive. It's just slick talk. But Doski Woski in particular, it's more so like what's happening, what's good, well-being type of thing. So if I'm at work today and I'm boom boom, they say, "What's going on, Vach?" Just at work, holding it down for the Doski Woski, trying to make some paper today. You see what I mean? It's just a in passing type of thing.
Like a hello in Dubai, almost like aloha, right?
Kind of like aloha. If you listen to the, I want to say Aquemini album, it's the song at the end of the album called Chonky Fire. It sounds funny, Chonky Fire, CHONKYFIRE. That'll be the song. You can listen to Andre say it, but it's really old, Southern slang.
Okay, thank you, Val. Answering all my questions.
All right, Miss Tasha, you can call in whenever you want. I made you platinum, so I just bumped you to the top of the list. You can skip everybody whenever you call in and tell us whatever you want to tell us, all right?
All right, shout out to you, Vouch.
Yes, ma'am. Have a go. We bumping the demographic up in here, all right? Doski, Woski, Peasky, Wheesky, what you want to do, ski, Nathaniel. Get jacked like Daniel, something you can't handle. Go check it out. Anyway, let me get in this chat box, see what's going on up here. Y'all call in 515-739-1285, access code 309104. Chat box woke. We talking about Outkast up in here. I may do a hip hop live stream because I just saw somebody say that Aquemini was Outkast's best album, but AT Aliens is a monster. Ooh, AT Aliens is a monster. We'll cross that road though. We'll figure it out. We may do that later on down the line, but we'll see. Got a caller though. Line blowing up as I reach over and take a sip of the happy juice. G from Miami, what's cracking lacking, bro?
What's good?
Man, you already know me, out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. What you got for the show?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I'm just, looking at the current running back situations of the class that's incoming and the sophomore. I think if you were to ask me, like, because I feel like what we should be valuing like depth chart and like the production that they're poised to have because of the offense that they're gonna be in. And I think a lot of people, I think two running backs, a lot of people, like, I feel like I feel like people talk about them, but I feel like are poised to have a big year is Nick Chubb and Darius Geis.
Okay.
Both are second in their depth chart, and I actually think Darius Geis has a better chance of actually moving up in the depth chart because I think the only person above him is like some guy named like Rob Kelly or something like that.
Right.
I think with the way that the same way that Kareem Hunt sort of like flourished with Alex Smith, I think especially someone like Darius Geis is gonna sort of be a little bit similar like that, except it's gonna be more so like like sort of like a how can I say it? like a workhorse kind of running back.
Right.
But I think Nick Chubb has potential to have a big year. Okay. I think like I feel like somewhere down the line, they're gonna try to establish. Okay, I don't know if it's like after the Browns like lose like probably 7 games in a row.
Oh God.
They're gonna put in Baker. They're gonna.
What's your
put
question,
in
bro? What's your question?
What the hell? What the hell?
What happened?
Who unmuted you? Cardinal fan? What the hell? Go ahead, G. I don't know how the hell Cardinal fan got unmuted. But he said hurry up and answer. Matter of fact, let me unmute Cardinals fans so y'all can argue and fuss. What the hell going on up here, man? Cardinal fan, how the hell?
That's wrong, like.
Cardinal fan, how the hell you get on my stream, man? I ain't click unmute on you yet. Damn. Okay then. Well, go ahead, G. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah. But yeah, those are like the rookies, and for the sophomores, I think Dalvin Cook is poised to have a breakout year.
Yeah.
Like that man was like I mean, granted they did sort of kind of get an upgrade at quarterback. Like if you believe Sam Bradford was if you believe it's an upgrade in a quarterback. But I think like he's gonna get poised to have a breakout year coming back from injury. He was like 80% of their offense last year, or he was heavily relied on.
Cardinals fan, you better stop unmuting your damn self. I don't know how the hell you doing that. Stop it. G, Cardinals fan said, go ahead and get to the point now. You're not allowed to do that, Cardinals fan. You platinum, but you're not allowed to do that. Go ahead, G. Finish your thought. Man. That's a damn
man.
shame.
I mean, shoot, that's my point right there, man. If I want to just say Kalen Ballage is gonna win Rookie of the Year. That's just that's my thought right there. Those are my. You say
Kalen.
Leonard Fournette.
You say Kalen Ballage is gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Hey, anything can happen. So like, if he wins Rookie of the Year, bro, I want you to dedicate a whole entire stream to my Nostradamus pick. But I highly doubt that. But those are like my 2 rookies and 2 sophomores. I just have to get on here and just like let them know. And I feel like someone, not now, who's going to be poised to have a breakout year down the line, I think that man Mark Walton, man. I know he's like 4th in the depth chart now, behind Giovanni Bernard and all of them. But I think like maybe his sophomore year, that's someone to really look out for, especially in that Cincinnati offense. I think Mark Walton's gonna have a breakout year, either his 2nd year or maybe 3rd year.
All right, G from Miami and Kalen Ballage. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. We got a couple more callers, bro. But
all right, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, man, y'all not gonna call up in here and talk about how my man G from Miami. Look, G from Miami can call up here and be as long-winded as he want. He a legend. Just like Adam Hall can call up in here and be as long-winded as he want. He a legend. Beautiful Aries in the chat box. What's up, baby? Who else was up here? I saw somebody that was a legend. Steven Benzick. What up? Steven Benzick is a legend. An Italian cowboy that changed his damn profile pic again. I'm not fooling with y'all. Not going to be able to do it. Let me put Carlos fan on the damn line so I can cuss him out. What the hell you doing? Disrespecting my daggone people, Cardinals fan. What the problem
I didn't realize I was unmuted, my brother. I want to get on that
Go ahead.
I want to get on that legendary status. I just wrote you a freestyle. Here it goes.
Okay.
Vach is the man that you love to hate. Coming to Cowboy State. Cops don't like his profile because Vach got a lot of style. So the man is on his trail. They want to take Vach to jail. But if they do, I'll make the bail. Because I know a lot of rich females. Something like that, I don't know.
Okay. Salute to you. You know, I'm about to sit up, and while we doing this, I'm about to write some raps while we doing this. You've inspired me to write raps. So while we doing this, I'm gonna write a rap, and I might have a freestyle by the end of the show. Salute, Cardinals fan. You a legend. Call back later. Call back later.
Got 10 for it, brother.
When I start freestyling. Who else up in here? Who else in the chat box? All right, we good to go. Jeff Kafelkovich. What up, Jeff? We got 2 new callers on the line. Let's go 949 first. What's crack-a-lacking? Who this?
Oh, what's up, Vach? I don't know if I can freestyle for you, but I would like to discuss some. Jack's out of Colorado.
What up, Jax? What you got for the show? You ain't got a rap for me, Doc.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can we discuss some draft strategy? Because I'd say that this like rookie running back class and like the sophomore class, it's really deep for running back. And,
right.
You know, we haven't seen that in the past couple of years. And like that one guy was saying, I don't know if he was the first caller, but he was like, you know, everyone, the running backs are getting drafted super early,
mm-hmm.
and that's true because you had to secure your 1 and 2 in like the first 3 rounds. But now I'm thinking with like all of these guys, maybe I just take like 4 rookies in like later rounds, get like the most insane, get Deshaun Watson, get the most insane wide receiver core, and then just have like 4 guys and hopefully like 2 of them work out. Because there's just so many like guys that we don't know about because they're rookies or because they're sophomores or stuff like that.
So you're doing the lottery ticket approach.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done it before, but I don't know. I just think like all these like Kalen Balaj. I don't know about rookie of the year, mm-hmm. but he might be a solid flex.
That's
That's
absolutely
so many
fair.
Guys this year.
Now the way I would do it is I absolutely would not spend high round picks on these guys. But when you get towards the back end of your draft, these guys to where their draft capital seems like they won't be drafted, then you can kind of shoot shots on people. For example, I'm looking at a guy like D.D. Westbrook. With the Jags that could possibly just blow up and explode. Nobody's really talking about him, though. I'm looking. I probably won't take a shot on Penny. Whatever. But I do think Kerryon Johnson is a small enough name to where I think people won't really shoot a shot at him, but he could turn into something on the back end. Something else I look for injuries, people that got hurt. Like Corey Davis had a bad year because he was injured for the most part. I think Corey Davis is a gangster. I expect Corey Davis to have a great year too. So I totally agree with your system, and the more obscure you get, the better chance you'll get the lottery pick. So I totally understand that. I agree.
All right, so what rounds are you talking for like Kerryon Johnson?
Don't have a round in mind, but I would like to have 3 running backs and 2 receivers already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're saying like you wouldn't necessarily be comfortable with just like in like the 5th round, like to start getting all your running backs in like the 5th round.
Absolutely
just,
not.
Take a bunch of flatter guys.
Absolutely not.
That was a little extreme.
There's still tight end out there. There's still bench running backs. Receivers. It's too much.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
All right. Thanks, Foch.
Let me plug you in. No, this is Jax, right?
Yep.
Is that your government name or is that your League of Legends name?
Well, I don't know. It's a nickname. My real name is Jacques. It's a little hard to spell, a little hard to pronounce, so I just kind of go with Jax.
Is it Gacquos?
Huh? That's pretty close to how you spell Jacques. It's just Jax is how I spell it.
No, I was trying to spell Jock, not Jax. Jax is Jax.
Sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, all right.
I got you, bro. Spelling bee champ.
Pretty
My
close.
Bad. Yeah.
All right. Later, dude.
Salute, Doc. Jax is a platinum caller. Next time he calls into the show, he'll go to the top of the list unless Miss Tasha is in the queue. She'll go to the top. Or, Miss Jackie may call. She'll go to the top. Amber might call. She'll go to the top. The ladies get priority over all y'all, so that's something you got to live with. I hope I can get this rap written because I'm gonna really be focused on these calls here. Just to catch y'all up on game, my 2 rookies. I got Kerryon Johnson and Ronald Jones. And for my 2 sophomores, I got Dalvin Cook and Joe Mixon. But don't sleep on guys like Deontay Foreman. Okay, Jax that just called in, if you still listening, you may be in the chat box or something like that. Deontay Foreman is definitely a guy that I'll be stashing on my team that somebody else may or may not be thinking about. You see what I'm saying? You dig me. Let's see what else we got. 316, what's happening? Who this?
This is Chad calling from McPherson, Kansas.
What's good, man?
Not a lot. I was just curious what you thought about the Broncos running back situation, because it looks like the plug-in starter right now is going to be Devontae Booker, but I feel like people are kind of sleeping on Royce Freeman. He's got very similar metrics to C.J. Anderson, who ran pretty well behind that line. I was wondering what your take on it was. I'm not a big film guy yet. Denver's channel about earlier this week, so learning from you.
I hate to bust your bubble, but this ain't the first time I had a gun pointed in my face today. But Royce Freeman pretty trash, and Devontae Booker has hurt my heart before.
Okay.
You know, if you're one of those fans, Jordan Bryant, sing it, Otis. They don't know what it means, but me and you do. What up, dog? If y'all were fantasy football fans, I think last year, 2 years ago, C.J. Anderson got hurt. So if you had Devontae Booker on your bench, you thought you was about to just roll him out and win your championship, but he flat out let Nas down. So I'm really gonna need Devontae Booker to show me before I can cross that road with him, and I don't really have faith in Royce Freeman at all. I think it's plenty of guys better than him. Who else is on that team though? Who else is playing running back for the Broncos?
Some guy they picked up in like the 6th or 7th round named Philip Lindsay, and another guy. Let me pull it up real quick.
Don't worry about it. So Devontae Booker and Royce Freeman are probably going to be, rotating, or just whatever. So it's going to come down to opportunity. And Royce will get opportunity because he was drafted pretty high. Sure. I just think they drafted Royce a bit too high.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What else you got for the show,
thanks,
bro?
Man.
Is it?
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
All right, man. Salute. Drop. All right. 515-739-1285. Access code 309104. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Boom, boom, boom. Paste. And it's in the chat box. So call in. Tell me what you think. Stephen Height said, I respect Vach. He's a knowledgeable Cowboys fan, but damn, the majority of Cowboys fans are delusional and clueless as fuck. Well, I have a saying that I feel like 80% of Cowboys fans are idiots. Idiots, irrational, and emotional. So, for instance, if there's 10 million Cowboys fans, there are only 2 million of them that are worth listening to. The rest of them are very irrational, emotional, and idiotic, in my opinion. But and I am a Cowboys fan, so but it is what it is right there. We're a very rare breed of individual, and that is a logical Cowboys fan. I'll be right back though. Hold on. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon-exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/VachLombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. No, that's not the right button. That's the right button. We got a legend up in here. I'll tell you what. Nino Brown said, it's the movie New Jack City, by the way. Nino Brown says, money talk BS runs the marathon. See, you wouldn't want to be you. Some people just have support to say that they support. Some people support because they really want the culture to go into a positive direction. Y'all know how priority on my phone works. Got platinum callers. You got legends. You got ladies. Ladies typically go over everybody. Tasha, Amber, Miss Scouting Pro, Miss Jackie, they can all be in line. But if Steven Benzie call in, he going to the damn front. Because he's a legend out here. He wants the damn movement to go forward. Steven, what's happening, bro?
What's going on, Coach? How's it going?
You get an intro, dog. That's how cold you are to my show. That's how legendary you are on my show. You get a damn intro. What you got? What you got today, dog?
Well, first of all, hey, if any of them females are calling in, you better put them before my ass. That's all I'm saying.
I will not. They not.
You better.
I will not. They're gonna have to wait today. Hell no.
No, but I just wanted to jump in on this debate really quick.
Let's get it.
I think personally, out of the, if you're gonna, like the last caller was talking about Royce Freeman, all you really need to know about Freeman is that the Bears got his old head coach and they didn't even draft him. So he saw enough of Royce Freeman in Oregon, and he was like, I'm going to pass on that.
Yeah.
As far as the running backs, I think I personally have no faith, not in Penny, but in the line that's going to be in front of Penny.
There you go. Exactly.
I think that Seattle line is just going to be holes where the defenses are just going to be running through. And not only is Wilson going to be running for his life, but so is Penny. And I think it's going to be all backwards, not forward.
And I totally agree. I totally agree. I like Rashad Penny, but he shouldn't be a first round pick. And Seattle flat out act like they forgot that they didn't have a second or a third round pick. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and not only that, but they have, I don't remember the guys, they got like 4 guys that are all basically the same as Penny. They all more or less do around the same things. They're all good receivers that can run too. So running backs that can run too and catch.
Yeah,
but
Rawls
as
and
far as Penny, I just
Rawls
I
and
can't remember.
CJ,
Rawls and then a couple
CJ
of the other
Prosise.
ones too. I can't remember.
Prosise.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as far as who I think is going to be the best, I actually think it's going to be Geis.
Okay.
Because he's going to be in front of that Washington line. Washington, they got a pretty solid O-line. They got a bunch of really good players up there that can create some holes. And they even have Samaje Perine. He did pretty damn good with them last year, too. So I think if you got him, but to me, Geis is more of that. I don't really want to say he's a 3-down. He's a 3-down yet. He probably will be, maybe in a year or two. But as of right now, I think the best one out of them all is going to be Geis.
That's rough for me, man, but I totally understand where you're coming from. We can disagree, but I still understand where you're coming from. Darius Geis has definitely inherited a solid situation. Plus, he was gotten later in the draft, so you can consider him a steal there. I feel you. I just love Kerryon Johnson and Ronald Jones' situation as a whole.
Oh no, I agree with that. I think they're way better players and athletes than Geis. But what I'm just saying is that you got, and I don't remember where Jones went offhand, but that Washington O-line is really freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, okay, you could say maybe Nick Chubb, if he was 3 years ago before he had that knee injury, yeah, okay, he'd probably be the best one. But now you're in Cleveland, and Cleveland's O-line isn't terrible as far as, like, I would say with Seattle.
I think it's pretty good.
But they're not, but it's I wouldn't say it's like Washington, or not like Washington, but like Dallas level either. I'd say it's more like middle of the pack.
Yeah.
And as far as him, I mean, he'll be good, but I just don't know with him. Ever since that knee, he was more of like a banger now.
Yeah.
Less side to sidey, more north to south. And personally, like I said, I just think it's going to be Geis only because of that offensive line that Washington has. But I totally agree. I think the other guys are way better athletes. But
true.
I just think that offensive line that Geis went to, plus he's a later round pick, so he's not getting all the hype as all the other guys too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go from that route, maybe.
I'll tell you what, Steven. I've been pondering, considering, or whatever, doing a, and I don't like the word fan, but there's no other way I can, say it, but like a fan league or whatever, fantasy football or whatever. And if it'll probably be a 12-man league, I'll be one of them. Steven Benzik, if you're a fantasy football guy, I would invite you to play fantasy football with me. Are you a fantasy football guy?
To be totally honest, I don't understand fantasy football for nothing. If somebody could explain it to me, I'd probably get into it. But I have like question marks above my head when it comes to fantasy football.
Pick the best guys
it's
and start.
All like, Oh, okay.
Yeah, pick the best.
I just never understood how it like all worked out. But I mean, if somebody wants to show me how it works, I'll get into it.
We will definitely cross that road whenever we get there. Salute though, bro. That's all you got for the show?
That's all I got.
All right, Steven, you are a legend. Salute.
Later.
Yep. Hugh Jazz 69 say, yo, I got my CRKT M16 Tonto in my hand right now. Salute to you, my tactical brethren. I got the G19 and the holster across the way right there, so understood. Let's get in this chat box, man. I've been letting the chat box run around for a little bit. I haven't I haven't seen none of y'all's picks, so the question, if we're picking two players here. Two 2017 running backs, two 2018 running backs. So if I haven't addressed you, you can go ahead and drop it in the chat box right now, and I'll look over it, say it out loud on the show, get a shout out, give my thoughts about it. If I see something interesting, I'll cross that road and scream at you. And yeah, I'm really considering thinking about putting this fantasy football league together. I normally do it as a business transaction. I play fantasy football to make profit, but this will be a free league for me and 13 other people if y'all want to play. So we'll see. And I'll probably document it in video form and all that stuff, but we'll see. Let's look on the situation. Misty Sowers. Misty, did you want to call into the show? We had some other ladies call into the show, and I think I was a pretty good host. So Miss Misty, I want you to call into the show and tell us what you think of this question. Or in that way, you can just, opposed to answering the question, you can call in and talk about whatever you want. Miss Misty, I want you to call in and tell us what's on your mind tonight. And we'll cross that road and get you on the lines and have a conversation. Let me sip some happy juice so I can reset the palate. Let me see what's going on. Now, I will say, if I do get this fantasy football league going, it'll be for the toppiest of the top tier. I'm looking at Patreon subs. I'm looking at frequent super chatters. I'm looking at day one people. We only got 12 spots. Man, I don't know. I'm going to have to do my homework and cross-check a lot of stuff, but we'll see. Let's hop into this thing. For real, the guy says Barkley is all speed. He mistimes his cuts a lot in open field whenever he gets tackles. Gregory Chimenzi says Fournette and Kamara, Barkley and Geis. Alvin Kamara is really going to be interesting this year, man. I want to see, can he do it on his own? I know Alvin Kamara can play with Mark Ingram, but this ain't just Mark Ingram. No, this is an overall type of deal. You the man now. You the one to put the nipple on the titty here. Cut my alarm off. You the one, fam. So we'll see. Misty says better typer than talker. Misty, I don't think we asked you that question, Miss Misty. I just think we asked you to call in and see, this is what it is, Misty. It's not about you as a talker. It's me testing myself as a host. I feel like one day I'm going to be on somebody's radio station, whether it be ESPN, Fox, CBS. I'm going to be on one of these stations, and I'm going to get a caller. Let me fix that. I'm gonna get a caller one day that may not be a good speaker. So, Misty, what this is gonna do, if you're a better typer than talker, what this is gonna do, Misty, is gonna prepare me for that type of caller. So by you calling in, it's making me better as a host, as a talk show host, a radio host, as a podcaster. So if you really want Vach Lombardi to be great, Miss Misty, just call into the show so we can have a conversation, and I can so I can practice, so we can practice and improve my verbal skills, or over the microphone or whatnot. Come on, Miss, call in. I think I'm really good at making uncomfortable callers feel comfortable, Miss Misty. And we don't even have to talk about this topic. We could talk about whatever happens. So let's see what happens here. Sushi 817 in the building. What's up, bro? As I get back to my regular voice, Dead for Life says, I'd join. Could I call in and tell you my fantasy? Yeah. Keon, call in and tell me what your fantasy team looks like. But I tell you, Keon, if I'm on the phone with you and Misty calls, I'm going to go to Misty, but you just hang tight, Keon. Like, I'm not going to hang up on you. I'm just going to mute the hell out you, and we're going to get Misty on the phone. And after I'm done talking to Miss, we're going to get right back to your fantasy football team, all right? So go ahead, Keon, call in. If anybody else wants to call in, the number is 515-739-1285, access code 309-104. It's on the screen. It's in the description. Copy, paste. It's in the chat box. So, call in so we can get the last 12 to 15 or so of these 15 or so minutes of the show just wrapped up so we can, boom, 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 this thing. Yo, Vach, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm excited for Kerryon Johnson because he has talent, but he doesn't stand out in his tape. He doesn't? Let me reread your comment, fam, Mr. Gabriel. I think I read that incorrectly. Yo, Vach, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and I'm excited for Kerryon Johnson because he has talent, but he doesn't stand out in his tape. I can't co-sign that, bro. Jabril said, I can't do that, bro. Jabril counters by saying as highlights, not as a talent. Highlights, sure. I think his talent comes from his balance and his vision and his patience. I think that's what makes Kerryon talented. And he definitely pops out. He stands out on tape, definitely. He may not be the most athletic running back in the world, as I wait on Miss Misty to call in. No pressure. He's not the most talented running back. No. Not the most talented. However, Kerryon most definitely stands out on tape. And that's okay, though. Your football acumen is just as good as mine. I'm not going to say you're wrong for your opinion. As long as you did the homework. Seems as if you've done the homework. So I'm not going to knock you for your opinion. I just can't co-sign it. I just can't co-sign it, bro. Johnson reminds me of DeMarco Murray. I think Sonny Michel reminds me of DeMarco Murray. I think Johnson is more of a Kareem Hunt-Le'Veon type. But y'all can watch that video. If y'all haven't seen the video about my running backs, y'all can definitely call in. Definitely Misty, call in. Tasha, you call in too. While you sitting up there telling Misty to call in, you call in too. What's wrong with y'all? Keon, let's talk about your fantasy football team until the ladies call in. What's up, bro?
All right.
So
I think
So listen, tell me about your league rules. How many players at however many positions or whatnot, standard, PPR, dynasty, redraft. Give me all the rules so I can have a good idea. Sam Pena also telling Misty to call in. Come on, Misty. Call in. Chant with me, Keon. Call in.
All right. It seems like I went to the NFL app and
okay.
I did that one. So I think it's pretty standard.
Okay.
Let's see here. What I have is two running backs, several running backs, and 5, 6 wide receivers here. I don't know if you know those rules well.
Yeah. I got you. Go ahead.
Well, what I have for my starters is I have Russell Wilson as my QB, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, Jarvis Landry, Cameron Brate, and my flex guy, I think, is it says W/R for Sean Jackson.
That's your flex guy. Who the hell did you draft first? Fournette, and then you went Landry and Russell Wilson, I'm guessing.
I actually forget. Like, let me look at how. Like,
no. I'm telling you right now. You probably drafted Fournette first, then you drafted probably Wilson. And
I got Hopkins second.
Right. Hopkins and Wilson. Then you probably got Landry. Okay, cool. It seems a bit
my
thin.
Defense is my defense is the Jacksonville defense.
When did you draft Jacksonville?
I think it was a bad move because everybody was clowning me, but I decided to get them in the 4th round.
This is why they were clowning you. When I play fantasy football or whatnot, the two positions I draft last. Well, okay, the two positions I draft last is defense and kicker. And a little bit before that, I draft quarterback late too. I get quarterback around 11 or like 12 or something like that.
Right.
Because if I'm in a league where it's like 12 people and it's 32 starting quarterbacks, you can get production from the 15th best quarterback. You know what I mean? Plus defenses, I'm gonna change that up every week. You know, Jacksonville defense, sure, they may be good for you, but man, Chargers defense gonna be good when they play against certain teams. Other defense is gonna, I'm more likely to play matchups with defenses. You know, see what I'm saying? So I'll probably change them out every week. So a strategy for you moving forward is draft your kickers, defenses last, and draft your quarterbacks a little later. So with that, you can where you drafted Russell Wilson, you could have drafted another running back that you can play matchup with, that in case somebody gets hurt, you'll have some depth. Or instead of drafting the Jacksonville defense at 4, you can get another receiver to play with Hopkins. See what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I have 6 other slots on my bench.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're gonna run into injuries, you're gonna run into bye weeks, and you're gonna run into people being better than you thought they were or worse than you thought they were. And one thing that you got to have on your bench is depth. You can play. You can also have some handcuffs. What I mean by that, if you have Ezekiel Elliott and you have a lot of faith in the Cowboys' run game, as a whole, if you got Zeke Elliott, put Rod Smith on your bench. So when he gets hurt, Rod Smith can walk right in and just do it like that. If you got Carlos Hyde, have Nick Chubb on your bench. You see what I'm saying?
That's funny because, I have Peyton Barber on my bench.
That's a good move.
I believe it.
And look, something else too, because I noticed this. Don't draft with your heart, man. Don't just draft Buccaneers players because you're a Buccaneers fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I just can't go out there and draft Michael Gallup and Allen Hurns early because I think they're going to go off. They'll probably go off, but there's probably going to be better guys on there. You cannot play with your heart, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is with DeAndre Hopkins and Jarvis Landry, I really do think that they're going to be productive. Although I don't think they're going to win a whole lot of games. Well, I don't think the Browns are going to win a whole lot of games. But I think they're going to rely on Jarvis Landry quite a bit. That's why I picked him up.
I think
I got lucky, too.
I see Sam Pena called in, but that name doesn't look like Misty or Tasha. It looks like Sam Pena, so... So maybe I don't know. Let me just check and make sure. 562. Is this Tasha or is this Misty? Who is this?
Sorry, this is Sam Pena.
That is Sam Pena. So I'm about to mute Sam Pena and go back to Keon. Okay. What else you got, Keon?
Well, I did want to review my bench. There's a lot of Buccaneers fans.
Okay, so let me write this down. So was this a mock draft or is this your actual draft?
This is my actual draft.
Damn,
that I have
Keon.
for the.
Damn, Keon. Shit. So you got Russell Wilson, right?
Yes.
You got Russell Wilson, Ronald Jones. You got
Leonard Fournette,
Leo, and who else?
Jarvis Landry, Cameron Brate, and Deshaun Jackson. And Connor Forbath is my kicker. Or Kai Forbath.
So you got Hopkins, Brate. Stop drafting Buccaneers players, man. O.J. Howard over there. Take it.
He's on my bench.
You drafted 2 tight ends, Keon? Don't draft 2 tight ends. You don't need 2 tight ends. It's your first time playing. It's your first time playing fantasy football, ain't it, Keon?
Yes, sir.
God damn. Okay. So you got Brate. Yo goddamn ass. Hold on. Brate, and you got Jackson too? You got, wait a minute. That's 1, 2. Your ass got 3. You got 4 Buccaneers on your team?
I have Jameis Winston on my bench too.
Keon, you got 2 quarterbacks on your team?
I thought that the bye week would mean that I would also have to switch them up.
No.
I'm sorry for being a noob, but this is what I'm talking about.
Listen,
I want
man,
help with this.
and something else too that's pretty trash. Whatever team that you teaming with, y'all not supposed to draft until like the 4th preseason game. Because if somebody if Russell Wilson tear his ACL in like week 3 preseason, you're gonna be sick. Damn.
I guess I gave you an example of what not to do.
You know why you don't draft 2 quarterbacks, Keon?
I'm not quite sure.
Because you can't start 2 quarterbacks. just look,
well.
and depth at quarterback really don't matter. Play Russell, and when it's time for Russell's bye week, go get a quarterback off waivers, because 9 times out of 10 there's gonna be somebody on waivers lighting shit up. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Damn. Quit drafting Buccaneers players.
I mean, sure. I just think that they're going to have a good year this year.
Jameis don't even play the first 3 games. Why are you drafting Jameis and putting him on the bench?
I drafted this before that suspension was lifted.
Y'all's draft was last week? Damn.
Yeah.
Keon, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at the thought process you just ran across my brain. That's all. I'm not mad at you. Keon, don't get this mistaken. I'm just passionate. You a legend. I'm glad you're a part of my community and conglomerate and my donation team. But Keon, I'm very passionately upset about the situation that we got going here. I ain't mad though. Listen, Keon, I want you to keep tabs on us all year. Tell us how your league is going. And damn, like, is it a money league or is it just like free and fun and stuff?
It's a free one on the NFL app.
Thank God, man, because if it was for money, bro, you might as well put that in my Patreon. You might.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to learn, figure out what to do.
Well, I just gave you some very useful tips. So how about this chat box? Should I do like a mock draft on my phone, like real fast for the live stream, just so I can kind of, you know what I mean, so I can give an idea?
I would appreciate it.
So like 15 picks, right? Let me write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. This is what I would do. First pick, it'll be best player available, right? Let's just say it's a running back. I'll pick a running back first. I would pick a running back second. I would pick a receiver third. I'll pick a running back fourth. I'll pick a receiver fifth. Maybe a receiver sixth. a running back 7th, and all this is like depending on the board. You know what I mean? I would look at tight end at 8. How many running backs I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 receivers. I pick another running back at 9. A wide receiver at 10. Quarterback at 11. Running back at 12. If it lets me have all these people. Maybe like another wide receiver at 13. Kicker at 14. Defense at 15. That's what I would do.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I would do. And it depends on your league, right? Like if it's a 2-quarterback league, of course, draft quarterbacks early. You need those. You know what I mean? But if it's just a standard league, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 running backs, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. And 5 receivers, a tight end. Cool. So when it's time for my running back, when it's time for my tight end to go on bye week, I'm not gonna just have a tight end on my bench I'm not using. I'm going to drop maybe my worst wide receiver defense guy. By that time, the trash would have sorted itself out. You know what I mean? I would draft a guy, then I would pick up a tight end. I would play that tight end for that 1 week. Then what would you do after you play that tight end for that 1 week?
I don't know.
You cut him and you pick up another player. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It makes a little more sense that way, right?
I hear you.
So,
my thing is though, like between Cameron Brake and OJ Howard and how we're trying to do things in Tampa, it seems kind of hard to pick between the two since they both had, I think they both had something like 400 yards and both had 6 touchdowns.
Perfect. In that case, don't draft either of them. That's one of those. You don't want to split numbers, and that's why running back by committee is kind of weird, and that's why I typically stay away from Patriot running backs because one day Rex Burkhead may have 3 touchdowns, one day James White may go off. You want as much consistency as you possibly can. You know what I mean?
So that's where this really turns into fantasy.
Time out. We got a number calling in, and it says Jax, but I just want to see what's going on here because it could be 949. Who this? Is this Tasha or is this Misty?
This is not either of them.
Who is this?
Just a quick call. This is Jax.
Okay, Jax. I gotta mute you, man, because you're not Misty or Tasha, so I'm gonna have to mute you and go back to Keon. All right, Keon, what was you saying?
I was just saying, like, I also did get the Buccaneers defense as well. Like, if 2 defenses, is that not a good thing or what?
You said what about defense now?
I got the Buccaneers defense as well.
What the fuck?
On my bench.
Damn, Keon. So you got the Seahawks defense in the 4th round, and you drafted the Buccaneers defense as well?
No, I have the Jacksonville and Buccaneers defense.
That's what I meant. Sure. Okay, so you got Jacksonville defense at 4. Look, man, stop it. Stop it. Don't ever. Let me get Sam Pena in this. Sam Pena, you hear this?
Yeah, I'm hearing this, man.
Take
it easy on him first time.
No, he need this. I'm a coach, Sam Pena. I'm not gonna take it easy on him. Now, with that being said,
you don't draft 2 tight ends.
Sam Pena, Sam. Let me just cut you off real fast because you're not Tasha and you're not Misty. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute you again, Sam Pena, and I'm gonna get back to Keon. Okay, go ahead and say what you were saying, Keon. Go ahead and say what you were saying, Keon.
Yeah, that was another. Like, I thought that getting another defense was another matchup thing because I know that the Jacksonville Jaguars will eventually face a high caliber team that will deal with them, and I thought, with what we have, some of the easier games later on in the year, maybe that could match up and I could switch defenses.
I feel you.
It's only
I feel you, but
Right.
like, okay, watch this. You know who the best defense is probably going to be?
Probably like the Rams.
No? You ready for this? Whoever the hell's playing the Buffalo Bills, that's going to be a great defense every week. Whoever's playing let's say the Dolphins, great defense every week. I would say whoever's playing the Jets are going to be a pretty solid defense every week. That's what I would rather do opposed to rolling the dice on the Jaguars. Now, granted, the Jaguars are a good defense, but I could have a great running back in that spot where you drafted the defense. Get that defense late in 15. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in a league and somebody drafting defense top 10, I laugh at these people. Now, time out now, Keon Williams, because I have a number that's not identified yet. So let's check on this number real fast. 614, who this?
What?
614, who this? Who this?
I'm looking for Joe.
All right, so that's not Tasha or Misty, but time out. Let me actually go back to this caller. Joe, who is Joe, sir?
Joseph Humphrey.
I think Joseph Humphrey.
Yeah.
So
Nestie's boyfriend.
Joseph Humphrey was the last person that had this phone number, sir. He's actually in jail now.
Yeah, he just texted me.
I don't think that was Joseph, sir. That was probably me texting the wrong number, but T-Mobile told me that Joseph had this number last and that he didn't have the number anymore because he was incarcerated. So they canceled his account, so they gave me that number.
It don't make no sense. He just texted me, said to put this in, and that's 309104 code number. His phone was messed up, and
No, that's not true, sir. You have the wrong number.
well, who am I speaking with?
Jeffrey Kafelkovich?
Huh?
Jeffrey Kafelkovich.
Well, okay, thank you.
All right, sorry. I had to
That
mute.
was a great move.
I had to mute Keon, dog. Keon up here laughing and shit. Okay. Let me unmute Sam, Jax, and Keon. Hey, Jax, did you hear that, dog?
Yeah. What's up, Jeffrey?
What's happening, y'all? Sam Pink, did you hear that shit, dog? Oh shit!
Jeffrey Kofalkovich.
God damn, that's funny, dog. Who the hell told that uncle to call my show, man?
I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you.
To be fair, T-Mobile does they do give people numbers out and don't tell people that they change numbers. So that actually happens to me. People actually do call me a lot. But this ain't my phone number. This is the damn show number. My phone ain't that number, so that's hilarious. Damn, that's funny. Jax, what you want before I get you off this phone? Quick call. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did a mock draft with my intellectual strategy. it ain't work out too good.
Okay, what was
You're
your
probably right on that one.
What was your draft strategy?
It was just to take running backs late. It didn't go well.
So who did you take early?
I took DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, and then I got Tyreek Hill.
That's not a terrible strategy. I actually won a league 2 years like that going receiver first. But I had faith in the running backs that I would get later. You see what I mean? But
Yeah.
But I've eventually crossed the road into into running backs being more valuable and getting receivers later, like in the 5th or the 6th. Hold up, time out. Mississippi in the house, Vicksburg, by the way. What it do, Vach? What up, Warren? What up, Warren County? Vicksburg, what's crackin'? Yeah. So Jax, you should definitely get. It depends. As long as you have faith in the back half of whoever you drafting, then you can go with that strategy. That's not terrible. Just don't miss.
All right. I'll try. Thanks, Voch.
All right, salute, man. I think that year I had Antonio Brown and Julio or something like that, and they averaged like 15 points a game or something. Some
AB and Julio on the same team.
Yeah. But my running backs, they weren't great. However, but they were solid enough to give me 10 points a game. If I can get 10 points from everybody, that's a good game. That's 90 points. I can run with that. But just, the more you add to it, hey, whatever. Sam Pena, I guess I can keep you unmuted or whatever. Me, you, and Keon can have a conversation while I wait on Misty and Tasha to call in. Or, God damn, Jeffrey Kafelkovich is hilarious. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Sam Pena, what you got for the show, bro?
Man, I just called in to talk about fantasy.
Okay.
I started
Go ahead.
a new system last year. I started doing keepers last year.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of keeper system before?
Sure. I think it's trash, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got 3 keepers right now. I got Devontae Adams, Dalvin Cook, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
And right now, I just had a buddy in my league who decided that he was going to drop. So, like, basically, for the next year's draft, you have to lose a draft pick for every keeper you take. So he's going to be keeping nobody, even though he has Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins, and David Johnson. He's dropping all of them so he can get Saquon Barkley with the first pick.
He dropping who to get Saquon?
He's dropping David Johnson, Hopkins, and Keenan Allen.
That's so trash. Let's Saquon go, dog. Let Saquon go, fam. Damn.
It's crazy, man. People are getting on this rookie running back hype train for the last couple of years, and for some reason they just listen to everybody saying that Saquon's going to be the greatest running back ever, and are throwing away everything they got for him.
You know somebody else that's really great? David Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, and who else you said?
Keenan Allen.
And Keenan Allen. Yeah, they're all great too. So yeah, sure. Time out. Let me scroll up the damn chat box so I can see people's reaction to that damn call. Zach Lab, Sushi 817. Wrong number, boy. Look, I was like, is this Tasha? E-Money said, that is Tasha. What you mean? Let's see. Laugh, Sam Pena laughed because he wasn't on the phone. Sushi said, that's the new Joe. You talking to this fool. E-Money. Look, it wasn't in my best interest to continue the conversation with that person. But dog, it made for some damn good radio. That's why, you know what? Like, let me talk my talk for a minute. Let me just filibuster for a minute. If I was on ESPN radio and y'all were listening and that happened, I would get a damn raise, dog. Like, I need millions of people to hear what just happened, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful that I had like 100 people tuned in at one time. Like, I'm grateful for that. But if 1 million people heard that, how much of a raise would I get off entertainment value alone? How you know it's entertainment value? Look at the chat box. Look at the damn chat box. Spelling Kafelkovich all wrong. Chat box, do me a favor. Let's go in there and let's agree on an official spelling of Kafelkovich. Let's do that. But damn, I just want my shot, dog. Sam, is that too much to ask?
Ain't too much to ask.
Keon, is that too much to ask, dog?
No, sir.
Ah, damn, we gonna make it, man. Y'all have faith in me. You know what I mean? I drive on y'all's faith in me. Keep having faith in me. We gonna be all right. Sam Pena, continue to tell me about your woes in the sleeper class. Time out. Actually, I got a Snapchat. Actually, we're gonna address this Snapchat. In case y'all didn't know, if y'all have talked up y'all anytime, y'all can feel free to hit me up on the Snapchat, and y'all can tune in with no I don't know, without using up your minutes on your phone or whatever. But David El Jefe. Translation, that's David the Boss. Let's see what he got to say. As I click on my Snapchat, it opens. Let's see what David got to say. And I didn't know it was going to load up. My bad, y'all. I didn't know it was going to load up. All right, here we go. And he didn't. Send money to your boy on Cash App. Okay, so Vach ain't got a Cash App, but he does have a Super Chat and a Patreon and a PayPal. I might start selling film sessions on PayPal. I may think about doing it. If anybody's interested in that, y'all hit me up. Steven Benzick, drop 5 in the super chat as well. Salute Steven Benzick. Okay, Sam Pena, now you can say what you were gonna say. Go ahead.
Man, I just want to say this. I actually disagree with you when it comes to.
Okay, time out, Sam Pena. We just got a call. Everybody, hush.
Oh, okay.
We just got a call. Hello.
Hey, big sexy.
All right, I'm hanging up on you already, getting that out the way. Don't make me type you in as unanswerable. All right, Sam Pena, go ahead and say what you're saying.
What the hell? All right. I disagree with you, Bob.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that you do need to take 2 quarterbacks in fantasy. I don't think you take 2 quarterbacks anywhere near early. Here's why I think you take 2 quarterbacks. Because if you take a quarterback in, say, the 8th round, say like a Cam Newton or somebody like that, I would actually take it later than that, probably 9th or 10th.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you have some sort of injury? I know you say go to the waiver wire.
Yes.
But let's be honest, the waiver wire is not the best place to go to.
There's a gangster on the waiver wire every week, and I would rather have my bench filled with running backs and receivers that I can exchange than a quarterback. And first of all, Cam in the 8th round is a bit early, but
yeah, I agree.
But I like to have as less quarterbacks, defenses, and kickers as I possibly can. I want to take my lottery chances on those running backs and wide receivers. I want to see who's going to be great. I want to have depth there. I want to be able to rotate and play matchups. If somebody's trash, I want to be able to have a backup plan. I want some handcuffs. That's just me.
What happens if one of your quarterbacks that you took late turns out to be trash, though?
Then I go to the waiver wire. Somebody's not going to be trash. Like, it's a passing league. Like, if Baker Mayfield started 16 games, Baker Mayfield would be solid. You know what I mean? I think Alex Smith gave you, like, he averaged like 30-something points a game. You know what I mean? Just depending on your format. I mean, think about it, man. If it's like 12 teams, man, come on, fam. Like, it's more than 12 productive quarterbacks. Case Keenum was a really good option. Jared Goff was solid. Dak Prescott was solid. He wasn't great, but if Dak Prescott gave you 15 points, cool. You just need go ahead.
They were solid, but other quarterbacks have much higher upside. Like, would you rather have, say, I don't know, Cam Newton, and then for like bad weeks or for bye weeks, or if he gets injured, you go to the waiver wire and you pick up, I don't know, say Case Keenum, or would you rather have Cam Newton and then in the 14th round take Phillip Rivers? Like, Phillip Rivers is a lock almost every week for about 20 points. I think I'd rather take 2 safe quarterbacks than to have one quarterback and then pray that the waiver wire my pick turns out right.
I never want to dig holes for my running back position. I did it one time. It was not fun at all. So when I see people take Aaron Rodgers like 8th overall, like, fam. Aaron Rodgers may give you like 30 points, but another quarterback could give you like 25. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a starting running back like Devontae Freeman and like Bilal Powell are going to be so different in numbers. You don't even want to take chances on Bilal Powell. You go straight for Freeman. You know what I mean? Look, I played the whole let's see if running backs really matter game. I lost money that year. I was pissed off. I'll never doubt running backs again. As I still wait on Misty and Miss Tasha to call in. I'll wait. But
call
go ahead.
in.
But go ahead though. Go ahead. Keon, do you taking notes? Do you have a comment at all?
I am taking notes, and I'm writing this down so I don't do this again.
As I look in the chat box though, Christopher and Cassandra Burse, they're from Vicksburg, Mississippi. If I could just tell a quick story, I've actually played against both high school football teams in Vicksburg, Mississippi, Vicksburg High School and Warren Central. And I don't know what year y'all were, but I do remember Warren Central had this big 300-pound kid playing D-line on their team. It was about 07. and he had the thickest mustache I've ever seen for a 15-year-old. And I've always associated Vicksburg with cheating because they had adults playing football for their damn high school team. That's just a quick something I wanted to say. Chris and Cassandra, y'all, give me your thoughts on that. Do you know the big 300-pound kid with the thick mustache and goatee I'm talking about that played football around 07? Let's see what's going on here. Hello?
Hey.
Who it is?
Tasha.
Hey, Miss Tasha, what's going on? What you got? Let me mute Sam and Keon real fast because they're not gonna be talking about that. They're not gonna be talking about anything. Let me go ahead and mute them real quick. How's your day going? How's your night going so far? What's going on?
I'm good.
Okay, so in the chat box, you were asking me how does fantasy football work? Are you trying to get into fantasy football at some point?
Maybe, but I'm just curious.
Well, fantasy football is like, it's for nerds, really. It's really about numbers and stats and combinations of players and things like that. So it kind of forces you to keep tabs on everybody in the league. So what you do is you basically, like, there's a pool of every player in the league or whatever, and you draft a player, and the next person draft a player, the next person draft a player, and you basically build a team of the people around the league. Like, it's not all Cowboys players. I may have Zeke, and then I'll have David Johnson from the Cardinals, and then I'll have Russell Wilson from the Seahawks. And based on how they did that week, they get points, and whoever gets the better points win the game. Does that make sense?
Oh.
It's very nerdy. It's a lot of numbers and stats involved, and I'm really not a fan of it because I think it takes away the true value of football. People watch Red Zone too much just to get numbers, but it is a good way for me to make money, so I do play it.
Oh.
Would you like to be in my fantasy football league, Miss Tasha?
If I ever decide to play it.
You're not going to decide to play because you're just going to come on and we just going to smoke you, and we're not going to take it easy on you. So, you know,
I don't want to be.
Look, let me tell you something. You ain't finna scream on my show because if you scroll down 3 paces, it's gonna say Vach Lombardi at the bottom. So you're not gonna scream on Vach Lombardi's show or Jeffrey Kefalkovich's show. However, I do appreciate your passion. I mean, if we had, like, if me, you, and Keon were in the league, you'll probably, beat Keon or something like that. But I'm not gonna take it easy on you. I'm actually gonna try to get as many points, beat you by as many points as I possibly can, so I can have something to talk about on the next live stream. So, if you do decide, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, really, I'm so serious. But if you ever decide, to change your mind, to make an account, and just to come play ball with us, just let me know, and I'll let you in the fantasy football league because you're a very valued member of our team, and it'll be fun to have you. And we can bet and stuff. We can make fun little show bets, like you have to call in 5 times, or you have to something. We'll just cross that road whenever we get there. You're in Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like next time I'm in Virginia, I'll buy you lunch or something. Stuff like that. We'll cross that road and figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, that's all you got for the show, though, Miss Tasha?
Yeah, I just wanted to call in because.
Thank you so much for thank you for just being brave and letting us hear your voice and just gracing us with a little bit of elegance on this show with so much testosterone and prank callers and confused people calling my show. It's a great change of pace, for you to call in and be so angelic, you know what I mean? So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Good night. Misty, call in. Where you at, though? You next. All right, Keon and Sam, and let's get Cardinal fan up here, too. Cardinal fan, what you want? You called in twice already.
Man, that was rough. You saved it at the end, but that was a rough little interview with Tasha.
That was rough. How was it rough?
I don't know. Got a little awkward there in the middle. I'm not sure.
No, it didn't get awkward. That's just that's just
hey,
You know,
I'll keep it 100.
awkward.
You know that. 100. Listen back to it. You look. Get back to me on your thoughts.
I think that was. I
have a
think.
question for you.
I think that was smooth as shit. What you mean awkward? What you mean? But
First of all, you didn't let her talk.
well, because
You didn't let her talk.
I'm not gonna let her talk. Why? I'm going to bombard her with conversation and limit the amount of responses that she can have. And when she does respond, I'm gonna counter with a non-typical response. So if would you like to play fantasy football? Oh, don't answer. Would you like to play fantasy football? Let me say, oh. If I was to set up a league, would you play with us? Then she says yes. Then I hit her with some shit she wasn't ready for. Like, I'll probably beat the hell out you if you play fantasy football. And she laughed, she giggled, she smiled. What are you saying?
Well, it started promising. You asked her what her initial interest was in fantasy football. Great start, great question. And then you didn't let her answer the question.
Cardinal fan, I cut her off on purpose, dog. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll let you rock.
Here's a question.
What's up?
Question for you.
What's up?
Who is your fantasy football Snickle Fritz?
I don't even know what that
player of
means.
the year last year?
I don't even know what that means. What is that?
You don't know what Snickle Fritz is?
I just asked you what that means. I do not know. Time out. Watch this. Sam Pena, what is Snickle Fritz?
I have no clue.
Thank you. Keon, what is Snickle Fritz?
Some white people shit.
Oh God, chat box. What is Snickle Fritz? Chat box, y'all tell me what a Snickle Fritz. Nobody know what that means, but I'll continue to listen though. Okay, explain Snickle Fritz. Okay, go ahead.
Snickle Fritz, it's like dirt weed. It's like seeds and stem weed. It's Snickle Fritz. It's disappointing.
They call that like Reggie around here, but I'll listen to you though. Go ahead.
Who was the biggest disappointment in last year's fantasy football performer?
Man, disappointment is much better.
Everybody down.
Man, the word disappointment is so much better. Damn, I don't even remember, dog. Like
You're out of the loop, man. Snickle Fritz, that's been around a while.
Wait,
so.
Where you from?
From Arizona, but I live in Portland.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. We don't really say Snickle Fritz around here. That sounds like that's some Lieutenant Dan My Little Pony stuff. I don't know. But who was a letdown for me last year? I don't even remember, dog. Like it was such a long time ago. I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Oh God, David! Look, peep this out, man. I drafted David Johnson first overall last year. He got hurt, dog. That was so trash. David Johnson disappointed the hell out of me.
Well, Voch, that was the other thing in your conversation. You were telling her, how much skill and analytics is involved, which, in winning these fantasy football leagues, that's not even true either. Even the information you gave her wasn't completely true. It has a lot to do with luck, almost as much as the analytics piece of it. You just drafted David Johnson. What a great example, right? I mean, talk about bad luck to lose that guy in the first week.
Sure, but everybody else that picked accordingly, it went well for them. People that drafted, and it's not luck because you have to manage your lineups every week. You have to if you drafted like Keon did. I'm sorry, Keon. I just keep going back to you, bro. If you drafted like Keon did, that's a lack of analytics. That's a lack of information.
I'll take that on the nose.
You got to. You got to. But I figure though, Cardinals fan, we have disagreed twice. That's okay. What else you got? Last point, because we're about to wrap this show up in a little bit.
Everybody listening, go to Patreon.
Man, let me turn you up.
Now.
Keep going.
Everybody listening, please go to Patreon right now. For the cost of less than a bag of M&M's.
Almond M&M's. Damn.
We can support this channel and get some quality content to listen to. Football from someone that knows football.
Talk to him.
Can you please, right now, let's just go on right now after listening. Hit the button. I'll do it with you right now. Let's go hit the button.
Damn.
how much you want to put in. I'll put in $5. That's just how I like to roll. $5.
Dang. Salute to you, brother. Thanks for calling that.
Whatever you're comfortable with, right?
Whatever you're comfortable with. Whatever you're comfortable
Hit
with.
the monthly. And just hit the little monthly. You won't miss it. And then pop it in there. And help my man Vach out. I'm just giving you a hard time. I hope you know that earlier. But I do appreciate you and what you do. And if you need another one for that fantasy football league and you want to lose some money, let me know. I'll put it there for you too.
Cardinal fan, thank you for calling in. When you hang up, I want you to go to the chat box. Miss Tasha, go in the chat box and tell Cardinals fan you love me. All right, bro. Appreciate you. I'll let you, dog. Sam Pena, closing thoughts. What you got?
Closing thoughts? Just this. Misty, call in.
Man, Misty, please call in before we wrap this up. Please, Misty. It's all good. We not gonna pick on you. Come on, Misty. All right, Sam Pena, holla at you. Keon, Tasha called back. Well, let me Keon. I was about to put you on the phone. Wait a minute. What up, Tasha? What you got for the show, baby?
Hey, I just wanted to let everybody know that the conversation wasn't awkward.
It was not. Thank you.
No.
Keep going.
I was good. I enjoyed the conversation.
Exactly.
I wanted you to talk more because, you know, I'm kind of shy, nervous.
And I
I'm
knew that.
I'm talking to you.
Thank you.
Not alone. Wow. It's like other people listening. So, yeah.
Man.
That's, you know.
I can't wait to buy you food when I come to Virginia. Like it's just, it's people's opinions. You know, it's a very subjective thing that we did. You know, other people have different methods, but if I'm the host of this show, and if everybody scroll down just 2 ticks, they'll see Vach Lombardi at the bottom. Like, I'm the host of this show, and I think I have a pretty decent handle on what's going on. So Miss Tasha, thank you so much for clearing that up. Tell everybody you love me, and then we can close the show up.
Oh, I love you. You're a mess. You know that.
Okay,
you are a mess.
Okay, Miss Tasha. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, you know. Jeffrey Kafelkovich 1, Cardinals fan 0. Keon.
Yes, sir.
You are a legend, fam. I appreciate you for supporting the show. I'm not going to forget you when I make it to the top. You are a very, very pivotal gear in this machine that we running. You dig what I'm saying, bro?
Yes, sir.
So real talk, I appreciate you, man. Any closing remarks before we hang this thing up?
Well, I'll just say that it's a long, dark night of football, but I am excited for what's coming up this season.
Better luck next year, bro. And look, man, we gonna keep tabs on everything. You know, just moving forward. Okay. So so just keep it tuned in, and thanks for being on the caller, bro. Salute.
Yeah, salute.
So I have a jersey with Lombardi on the back. Y'all can definitely anticipate that there will be a Kafelkovich jersey one day. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. Comment section. We need a common spelling for Kafelkovich. I might even create a player on NCAA tonight and name him Jeffrey Kafelkovich. I'm thinking K-E Felkovich. I think that's a dope long ass way to spell Kafelkovich. Let me see how y'all would spell Kafelkovich. Stephen Benson say gefilte fish. Gefilte fish. I like Chad's version. Chad got because it looks Russian. Chad's version actually looks like a Russian name. Kvel Kafelkovich. But I'll put 2 C's on the end to make it look Italian. Kafelkovich. I like that. Let me write that down. Shit, y'all going too fast. K apostrophe VEL Kafelkovich. But I'll put 2 C's on the end. I think that's going to be the spelling for Kafelkovich. That's what it's going to be. KVEL KOVICH. I think that's dope. Hell yeah, I like that name. So look, that's gonna be how we gonna spell Kefalka Fish. Yo, man, look, it was a great night tonight, man. We had fun, and that's really what these live streams are about, man, for people to just show up and have an avenue to, whether it be disagree with me or express, thoughts, to have friendly football conversation, to discuss, you know what I mean? Like all those type of things. I'm definitely on board for giving the people an outlet to come in and speak their mind. If you leave a comment to I don't know, I keep saying Mel Kiper's name, bro, but whatever. If you leave a comment to Mel Kiper, your comment gonna get lost in the ethos. I do this show so comments won't be left in the ethos. Salute to Chris and Cass for hitting that sub, but hit the bell too so y'all can know when I drop random videos and live streams in the middle of the week just like this. I really do appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, this Vice Lombardi thing didn't always exist. It was just an idea at first. And just like creating a child, something that doesn't exist is something that if you put time and effort into it, you can grow it and mold it into something special that you could be proud of. I'm proud of this brand. I'm proud of this channel, what it's become. I'm proud of everybody that supports me. Like I said, man, my motivation is based on y'all believing in me. And as long as y'all believe in me, we gonna fly. We won't even need wings. Goku ain't got wings, but he fly anyway. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Snickle Fritz. You know what I mean? Salute to all that. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for watching the film session, liking. Look, man, drop a like on this live stream, on this video if you're watching on demand, whatever. Drop some likes for me. They're very important. But salute to everybody, man. I really do appreciate it. I'm eternally grateful. I won't forget y'all because I'm going to reach new heights. I'm going to grow. But I'm not going to forget y'all, all right? We got a lot more work coming. So salute to y'all, man. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peaski Whiskey, all right? Peace.